George from Point Pleasant, West Virginia said, if you were the commissioner, what would you do about noon kickoffs? I'm a Buckeye fan. I don't know if any of our big games will kick off at night. And as someone who loves to travel up and tailgate, it feels like we get ripped off with the noon kicks. You do. You do get ripped off. We had to establish a long time ago, if I'm going to fairly rule on the whole noon kickoff conundrum, I've got to just recuse my personal feelings. Because I am a weirdo. I am a vast minority type group guy when it comes to noon kickoffs. I love them, but most people don't. And I'm selfish in why I love them, because it lets me get home. Like I've gone to many, many, many noon kickoffs at Ohio State. And the reason I love noon kickoffs in Columbus is because I'm back in Nashville by 6:30 or 7. That's why I love it, but I'm not going and I'm not tailgating and I'm not in no hurry to get out afterwards. So I've just got to divorce my emotions totally. And I've got to acknowledge you are getting the shaft here. Ohio State especially has been victimized by the entire Big Ten television media deal infrastructure thing. We went and counted. I think these are probably stats that Ohio State fans know by heart. But Ohio State just gets railed by the Big Ten TV deal. They had 7 noon kickoffs in 2024. They had another 5 of them last year. Ohio State has virtually no shot of playing a marquee conference game at any other time slot than noon. And the only chance they really have is if they go on the road out of conference, like they play at Texas this upcoming year. And yeah, they'll probably get primetime treatment for that. But remember, Texas came to Columbus last year. Fox got the game. So it's a noon kickoff. State representatives have tried to get involved here. Lawmakers have tried to get bills passed. And I don't even know that that's possible, but they've tried to. The Tennessee game, a couple of years ago, the playoff game, that was when it really hit home. How much Ohio State has been victimized, because those folks finally got a home primetime marquee game dropped in their lap. And do you remember what it was like? I do. I was on the field. It was 20 degrees at kickoff, which I'm not built for, but they are. And that place was insane. And it was over shortly after it started. So not a good memory for my orange-clad brethren over there in Knoxville. But yeah, I looked at that and I felt it and I said, wow. So this is what this place is like at night. And they hardly ever get it. That's kind of tough. Now, there will be people in the comment section who, I don't know, they like to sort of intellectually picture themselves as flying above the rest of the crowd. This is the kind of person who says things like, hey, that's what the money's for. You know, translation, Ohio State, the Big Ten willingly signed that TV deal. They willingly cash those big checks. Well, that's the exchange. You have to play when Fox tells you you're going to play. And Fox has every right to establish that noon window as where they place their primary game. Hey, I don't even blame Fox, man. I've never had a big problem with the strategy per se. I get the strategy. I'd probably do it no different if I ran Fox Sports. But the point of it all is fans didn't sign any deal. Hey guys, do me one favor. Check and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you are, great. If you're not, it's that easy. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't sign you up for anything. It just helps us do the show this way forever. All right, back to the clip. So Keith from Ashtabula or Mike from Akron did not sign any deal with any network. The deal they sign is with Ohio State when they send their money every year in exchange for their season tickets. And what they'd like a chance to do every now and then is to park in the Tuttle garage there and, have a few hours before the game starts. And I don't mean parking over there at 6 a.m. to get ready for a nooner. I don't mean that. I mean show up at 9 or 10 a.m. because we know we're not kicking off to 7:30 tonight. Every now and then, I think they'd appreciate it. And they didn't sign any deal with Fox or any other network. They just happen to be locked into it. Like they don't make any television media rights revenue. That's who I'm talking to, /about/for. One of the biggest advantages, by the way, and I keep coming back to this same drum, so I'll hit it one more time. I think one of the biggest advantages to this whole concept being floated around about pooling media rights, about one college football TV deal, is not about the revenue. You don't care about the revenue because your pockets don't ever see any of that money. So the reason that a lot of people advocate for one singular college football TV deal is not the same reason that you would care about it for. The reason you care about it is what it would do for the scheduling. And like if you're an Ohio State fan, right now you live in a world where you know any big game we have is going to kick off at noon if it's a conference game or a home game. But in that world, what you know is, okay, we know we've got 5 or 6 big games this year, but we could be playing on CBS, ESPN, ABC, Fox, NBC, and we don't know what time because there would be schedule drafts every week and every network would participate. Now, you're still going to play some noon games, but you're going to play some primetime games as well. You're going to all different kind of broadcast crews come through there over the course of the year. That's why I support that concept. I don't care about the revenue. We're not making that money. So I don't really care about it for that reason. I care about it for reasons that much more closely tie into just quality of the product over a given year. I don't have any college football games to tell you are coming up this week. I think the Milwaukee Bucks are in action. I think we have a lot of concerts getting cranked up. It is spring after all. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make to you, if you're listening on a podcast, I'm not talking about Ohio State anymore, but the point I'm trying to make to you is it is ticket purchasing season. Not football yet. There's a lot of other stuff going on. And I know a lot of you are trying to fill your calendars out, your entertainment calendars, because pretty much anyone who watches this show is locked in during the fall. But in the spring, total wild card, total grab bag. You can go be doing anything you want to anywhere. Make sure you go to SeatGeek to purchase your tickets. I do have the promo code. Someone asked, we get like 5 or 6 people per week who say, hey, is that promo code still live? Yes, it is. The promo code at SeatGeek, right before you check out, is PATE10, P-A-T-E-1-0, and that gets you 10% off any order up to $200. Any order over $200, it just gets you $20 off. So we haven't quite gotten SeatGeek to the point where they just give away tickets for free. We're working on it, but we haven't gotten them there yet. But they are willing to give you a discount.